Ohana means family. Lilo and Stitch, released in 2002 and is directed by Chris Sanders and Dean DuBois, who's also directed such films like The Croods and the amazing movie from 2024 that should have won Best Animated Feature, The Wild Robot. And this movie is starring the voices of Davy Chase, Chris Sanders, Tia Curry, Ving Rhames, David Odin Steers, Kevin McDonald, Jason Scott Lee, Zoe Caldwell, and Kevin Michael Richardson. And the reason why I'm talking about Lilo and Stitch today is because, well, today is the release of the live action version of Lilo and Stitch that I have not seen yet, of course, but I also want to let people know this is my first time seeing this movie. My wife has recommended this movie for so many years, would say I would absolutely love it, I just never got around to watching it. So of course, with the live action movie being released this weekend, thought it's the perfect time to, let's go in. And wow, this movie just makes your heart feel so warm inside. I love this movie. First time seeing it, it's been so long, it's been 23 years since it was released. Watching it for the first time, I just love this movie. Stitch is an experiment that has been built to destroy cities and to destroy worlds, is one of the most deadliest creatures in the known universe. And during his trip to the exiled asteroid that he's being sent to, he escapes and finds his way to the planet Earth, specifically one of the remote islands of Hawaii. And there, Stitch is captured by a local vet hospital and is purchased by notorious bad toddler girl Lilo, who is looking for a puppy. Lilo and her sister have to deal with the craziness that this Stitch character is, while Stitch is also trying to find that next city for him to destroy, blend into his surroundings for the time being until he can find that, and then of course when he does, he's gonna wreak havoc. But of course, throughout the story, throughout the movie, he develops a bond and a relationship with Lilo and her sister, to where he discovers that, oh, this is where I belong. This is family. Oh my god, I'm kind of getting watery just thinking about it. Oh, I love stories like this. Any chance where you get to see what they call in this movie, a broken family, realize that they aren't broken and that they are whole. There is a glue that holds them together, and that is Ohana. That is the word that they use that means family. And when you hear Stitch say that for the first time, where he is embracing a home, where he is embracing a family, which he's never experienced before because he is an experiment. He's never experienced love or any type of just connection with any other living thing up until this point. It's just a beautiful thing. I love stories like that takes a non-traditional family and establishes them as a family. That's something that I've felt about myself, where I come from a broken home, even though where we had a stereotypical family where there was a dad, there was a mom, couple of us brothers, it still always felt like a broken home. And I didn't feel whole. I didn't feel my Ohana until I met my wife, married her, been married to her for gonna be 15 years actually this year. I love seeing characters realize that, when they realize that family is not blood. It is not because of the blood relationships that you have with these people. Family is something that you choose. And Stitch developing his relationship with Lilo, with her sister, with the community, he is deciding for himself that this is family, that this is home. On a blood level, is it? No, but he's made the choice to, and that's all that matters, is that you choose who your family is and that you are happy with it. Plus, also just how spastic he is. He reminds me of my cats. How he just randomly runs and then stops and stares and then just randomly runs again. He's absolutely adorable. But put Stitch aside, you go to Lilo, and oh my god, this little girl is absolutely adorable. She's a girl that you know has grown up a little bit or has way more street smarts than other people of the same age, because she's clearly been through a lot. She's clearly been through some tough times. She's living with her sister, and of course her sister is just busting her ass to try to support her and to try to support her house, try to impress the caseworker that keeps coming to their home. But Stitch, I feel, doesn't become so iconic and so adorable if you don't have Lilo, who is also just equally as adorable and equal as loving. She just wants to fit in. She wants to feel like she has a normal life. She wants to feel like she has a normal family. That way she can blend in with all of the other kids at her school, and she doesn't feel like an outcast or a unique one. But then through her adventures with Stitch, she realizes that being unique and being a singular entity like that is not a bad thing at all. It can make you feel like you're alone in the moment, but when you do an introspective look at yourself, you realize, no, this is special. This is my family, and this is my life, and that's okay. God, I miss these days of these hand-drawn animated features from Disney. There's just a feel, there's a look about them that makes it feel more tangible. Yes, we have the great looking animation that we get today where everything looks three-dimensional almost. But going back to these 2D renderings of all these characters going panel by panel and the artist drawing them by hand, there's something special about that. And we don't see that a lot nowadays. I think the last one that we got in that style was Princess and the Frog. Maybe there was one after that, I'm not sure, but that was the last one I know that was advertised in that way. But seeing animation like this, 2002, it brings nostalgia to my heart and it makes me happy. Now, how this is going to translate to the live action movie, I've no idea. This is the thing that Disney has been doing, and now all these other studios are doing it, where they're taking their beloved childhood animated features and turning them live action. Why we don't do the opposite way of taking live action movies and turning them into animated films, I don't know. But we got Lilo and Stitch. We got How I Trained Your Dragon this year coming out, which is actually a franchise I'm going to be covering that I've never seen before. But I hope if they're adapting this movie into a live action version that there is a reason for it. They're making it its own. They're not just following it beat by beat like the Lion King remake was, because that's some BS if that's what's going to happen with this live action movie. I don't know. We'll see. But until then, this version of Lilo and Stitch, there's not a bad thing about it. I was entertained the entire time. I had a smile on my face the entire time. Just these characters, I love them. I love this Stitch character. I want a Stitch in my life. I have Stitches in my life. I have 5 Stitches upstairs who run around and act like this little guy. I love it so much. I'm going to give Lilo and Stitch 5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I think I see blue. Looks glorious.
So guys, if you've seen Lilo and Stitch, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you'll know the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.